Good morning to everyone. Yeah. Yashwant, voice వస్తుందా? My voice is audible to everyone? My voice is audible to everyone? Hello? Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Yashwant. So good afternoon to everyone. So in this today's session, we are going to talk about Indian administration after independence, continuity and change. That is the unit two. Another topic, constitutional framework of Indian administration. So in the unit two, after independence, I mean 1947, what are the procedures or elements still continue in Indian administration? And what are the changes which has made after the British government in India? So these are the main two elements which we are going to discuss in the unit two. So first of all, in the Indian administration, you can say that one, there are many elements which are still continue. So the major elements, the centralization of administration continue, and decentralization of administration also there, and local government system which was rooted in the Lord Macaulay, Lord Mayo Act, and service which is called. So so many changes have taken place after independence. So that's why we are going to talk about the what are the main changes in India. So the main changes after independence, we can say that one, government of India faced the many problems after independence. So many challenges which has faced. The challenge is that the British government, when they give the freedom to India, all the British servants, civil servants, and European civil servants went to their native place. I mean, Britain. They have returned to their motherland. So during that time, Indian people have the problem. So that challenge is called challenges to administrative system. The first administrative system, 1947 Indian Independent Act clearly says that India and Pakistan is separated as two independent countries. So when it is separated, the officials and personals has divided. And another thing is that people migrated from India and Pakistan, and few people, especially minority Muslims, they want to go for Pakistan. So we can say that one, the first problem is that refugees from Pakistan to India. So in border 1947, many people from Pakistan, Islamabad to India, they have migrated, they have moved to India. During that time, we have faced many problems. That is a people migration problem. That is our refugees problem is the first problem. Second problem is that the civil servants members of the civil servant means there is a scarcity of the civil servants. According to Administrator Sriram Maheshwari, he says that at the time of 1945, the British civil servants, 1,064 members are there. But within 2 years, that was in 1947, the members of 1,064 to it is fallen down 422 members. Means at the time of independence, only we have 422 member civil servants to run the administration in India. This is the second problem, that is a scarcity of the civil servants in India. Another one, food grains problem. So during the British time, we have the many problems like what do you call lack of rains and plague disease. These are epidemics we have faced the problem. So during that time, people have faced the food grains problem. That is a third problem. Another one, princely states. So the Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel have taken that work to integrate the provinces, I mean state provinces to integrate in Indian Union. So there are more than 560, approximately 600 state provinces are there. All the state provinces accepted to join in India, but except Nizam ruler Hyderabad and Junagadh, these areas and Jammu and Kashmir area also, we have the problem. So these states refuse to join in the Indian Union. Nizam ruler, they want to continue as an independent state, and Junagadh also same thing, and Jammu also, Kashmir area also, Kashmir, Raja Singh there. So there is a many problems in that. So these are the administrative changes, four challenges we have after independence, after the British rule in India. So these are the main changes, main problems, main challenges which we have faced. The first challenge is refugees problem. Second problem is scarcity of the civil servants. Food grains problem. Third one is princely states to join in India. That is also one of the problems here. And what elements still continue in India? This is also one of the point here. So after independence, still we continue the parliamentary democratic system. So in the parliamentary democratic system, people will elect their representatives through the adult franchise. Adult franchise is nothing but which persons attain the age of 25 years, they will cast the vote and they will elect the leader or the representative for the constituencies. So it is continuing in India, entire the states and state assemblies also. In the parliamentary democratic system, the president of India is nominated and the Prime Minister of India elected by the people and Lok Sabha members, Rajya Sabha members are also similarly. So in the parliamentary democratic system is still continuing in India, that is there. And other changes is that in the political administrative system, they have maintained the many changes. They bring the many changes after independence, especially in law and order. This law and order system continued from the British government to till now. But of course, due to the changes in the socio-economic changes, according to the situation of Indian government, Indian people, the laws are being changed. For example, Sedition Act. The Sedition Act in India actually initiated by the British government to control the freedom in India, freedom movement in India. So after independence, after decades of independence, recently 2023 government of India revoked, cancelled that Sedition Act. So I mean to say that one, in law and order, many changes have taken place after independence. And collection of revenue system also there. So collection of revenue system, actually this was introduced in 1773-72 by the introducing the post of a district collector. British time district collector post only for the revenue collection, law and order maintenance purpose. The primary function of district collector during the British government, revenue. But after independence, in the welfare state, district collector functions has been changed. We are visualized. We have observed many functions perform in our district level in India. Our district collectors are performing here. So many welfare functions are performed. Apart from the revenue collection and law and order, district collector more and more focus on welfare functions. So this is a continuity in Indian administration, and there are remarkable changes after independence. Still, we continue, and development policies also we have still continue in Indian administration. So these are the continuity in the Indian administration, and other elements which we can call the district administration. Actually, we discussed about the district administration. The district administration, district is divided. The territorial area is divided into few districts. The district head is called district collector. The district collector post was introduced by the British government at the time of Cornwallis and Warren Hastings. Both are introduced and modernized the civil service system in India after 1772. In 1772. So the district administration after 300, 400 years back system still continuing in India. That is the first element. A second element of British uh, administration continuation element. Another one is local government system. The district administration divided into municipalities or local government system. So in the taluka level or mandal level, we are now calling it as a mandal. So in the taluka level, revenue collection function is assigned to the officers, tahsils or tahsildars. Presently, we can call them as a mandal revenue officers, respectively. So, the local administration, first Madras local government system was introduced in 1689. After then, Bengal and other places also, local government system was introduced by the Lord Ripon, Lord Mayo. We can call the Lord Ripon is called local government, father of the local government system. Please remember this. So this local government system is still continue in India after independence also. So the local government system after independence with the amendment of 73, 74 Act, Constitutional Amendment Act. This is called 73, 74 Constitutional Amendment Act that was initiated in 1992. The local government system was introduced. It is named as a Panchayat Raj institutions in India. So the local government system is continuing here. Local government system, three-tier system, still we are continuing here. 1953, Balwantara Mehta committee was appointed to look after the successful implementation of the various programs in the local level. So for that purpose, Government of India, the Balwantara Mehta committee suggested we need to strengthen the local government system. So the strengthening is nothing but local people need to participate in the local administration. So on the recommendations of Balwantara Mehta committee, three-tier system was introduced in the local government system. Actually, this is initiated by the British government. So still continuing. That's why we are discussing about that local government system in the aspects, the issue of the continuing element in the British administration. So the local government system is divided into three-tier system. One is a district, top level, apex body level local government body. And the second one is middle level body is called, block level body is called Mandal Parshad. Grassroots level, primary unit is called the Panchayat. It is called Gram Panchayat. So these are the three-tier system still continuing in India. Recently, in the month of January, by end of this month or February 1st or 2nd in Telangana state, the local government Sarpanch's tenure is going to end. So the fresh elections is going to take place in the February. So this practice is rooted in the British administration, still continuing in India. And when you are writing any exam, please try to note these current issue points also in the local governments. So that's why I'm discussing here. And another continuing element is along with the district administration, local administration, civil services also still continuing in India. So as we discussed, the civil service system actually to run the administration in India, Britishers introduced the civil services in India. Of course, they are introduced in Britain also, but in India, civil service system introduced. So that civil service system after independence, it is continuing. Before civil services, before independence, 1772, with the Cornwallis, Warren Hastings, they have introduced and modernized the civil service system in India. But after independence also, the government of India decided to continue the civil service system in India, because hundreds of years together, Indian people habituated to British rule and British laws also, British practices also. So the principle of civil service system and institution of a collector office is also still continuing in India. So before independence, the civil servant is called Indian Civil Services, ICS officer, Indian Service Officer is called Civil Service Officers, is changed that Indian Administrative Service, IAS, and IP, Indian Police Service, is called Indian Police Service, IPS, after 1947. Only name has changed, means that nomenclature has changed after independence, the civil services. Of course, the functions is same. Of course, the functions is also changing day to day according to the needs of the Indian societies. So these are the continuity in the British rule after independence. So what are the continuity in the Indian independence after India? First, in parliamentary government and political administration system, law and order, and development policies, and district administration, local government, civil services. These elements are continuing and changes. So we don't want to continue the old principles. So they want to change it. So that's why after independent, Indian government have modified many changes according to the socio-economic, cultural needs of the Indian society, freedom Indian society. So 1950, there are many changes have taken place with the inception or introducing the Constitution of India. So the first change is that parliamentary democracy at the both the level it has introduced in the central and state level. That is the first change. The second one is federal nature of the constitution. So constitution can be applied state and along with the central states and central government. So we have the single constitution, one constitution for the central and state. So that's why the federal nature of constitution we have the parliamentary government. So in the parliamentary government or in the parliamentary democracy, people elect their representatives by the adult franchise. Adult franchise means by right to vote, by using the right to vote. So according to the administrator historian Sri Ram Maheshwari, he says that some major changes have taken place in the parliamentary democracy. The first change is supremacy of the parliament. So parliament is the supreme in the lawmaking process. So parliament will pass the resolutions, acts, and procedures will made for the entire the territory of India. Territory of India is nothing but including the few nautical miles which are comes under the Indian geographical area, that is called territory. Along with the Indian territory, government of India, the supremacy of the parliament will be there. And another one is law, rule of law. What do you mean by rule of law? Rule of law is nothing but all are equal before the law, irrespective of their position and post. Everybody or every individual, President of India to common man, Prime Minister of India to common man, need to accept the law and need to follow the same law. So the law can be applicable to every individual of Indian citizen or Indian citizens. Sometimes law can be applied to the foreigners also. Sometimes some laws can be applicable to the foreigners also. Here, these are the changes. There is a rule of law is change. Another one is civil servant minister relations. So after independence, the government of India thought that if we have the bureaucracy with the ministers, I mean political representatives, they need the good relations, because the political leaders frame the laws for the entire the society or the nation or the state. So during that time, the civil servants need to cooperate to the civil servant ministers. So they have emphasized that civil servant and minister relations should be good in policies and decisions also. And similarly, they said the another point is that another change is that we need to give the freedom to the civil servants. So the civil servants, free and frankly, they need to give the advice. I mean, tender the advice to the ministers without any kind of bias. If any political party comes to the power, political party is not a subject here. Political party is not a matter here. Irrespective of parties, political parties, the bureaucrats, I mean, civil servants render their advice impartially. So this is an important element in the administration. Civil servants of principle of political neutrality, impartiality, anonymity still continue. Still, it is a change in India. Neutral political neutrality means a civil servant should not support any political party. We have seen that during the elections time also, the election commission, if any bureaucrat is showing any kind of partiality or favor of any political party, immediately he is going to transfer, he is going to change the position to other post. This is a one of the element here. Political neutrality means, political neutrality refers that a civil servant should be neutral in political aspects. In simple words, we can say that one, he should not support any political party. That is a political neutrality. Impartiality, should not show any partiality to any political party. If during the election time, during the checking, if they caught with any money from any national party or state party or local party or independent party, impartially, without showing any kind of partiality, they need to register a case and inquire. That is the impartiality. Anonymity, behind the curtain. Anonymity is nothing but civil servant cannot be come to the shown to the subject here. So that is the anonymity. Behind the curtain, we can say that one. Another one is 5 years plan. So for the development of the Indian system, Indian economic development, we have the 5 years plan. Still, this is one of the change here. And new local government, already I have discussed about the local government system, which was initiated 1992, 73, 74 Local Government Act. So along with that one, Government of India introduced new changes, that is All India services, new All India service has entered. So during the British government, I think all of you follow me. అందరికి అర్థమవుతుందా? Nobody is responding. My voice and subject is clear to everyone. Okay, okay, Namrata. Then, addition to this IAS officers, IPS officers, we have Indian Forest Service also. This is a new All India service. Along with that one, there is a specialized services, Indian Economic Service and Indian Statistical Service, Indian Railway Service, Indian Traffic Service, Indian Survey of India, Geographical Service. Number of services still we are continuing in India. These are the changes in Indian administration. Next topic. So please remember this. In this topic, what we learn. So examination point of view, please remember. Write a note on changes after Indian changes in the Indian administration. Write 3 points. What are the continuing element in the British rule? Write a note or write a essay. Means we need to write all these points. Okay, this is a third unit. And a fourth unit, that is a constitutional framework of Indian administration. So in this point, we are going to talk about what is the constitution, what are the main features or main elements, what main features of Indian constitution, and how the constitution will help. What are the main changes after the constitutional framework? We can say that one. Generally, we can discuss the main elements which are come under here. So constitution is the supreme law of the country. The basic law of the country is prepared by the constitution. The constitution is came into force in January 26, 1950 onwards. So constitution is nothing but it's a written document. Please remember that. The constitution, every person, every individual need to follow the constitution. So Indian constitution is the largest constitution in the world. It is a largest written constitution in the world. Actually, this constitution not prepared in 1950. Actually, this is a gradual development. It's an evaluation. Means evaluation is nothing but day by day it's developed. Actually, 1909 Act, we have the some processors. 1919, we have some other processors. But a majority of articles, main percent of many articles we have drawn from the 1935 Act of Government of India Act. So 75% of articles, procedures, we have laid down from the Government of India Act 1935. Please remember that. This is a competitive examination question. The present constitution we have. In the constitution, many articles we have drawn from the which act of British government? 1935 Government of India Act, 1919 Act, 1909 Act. Actually, answer is that 1935 Act. Means the main provisions, majority of provisions, majority of articles, majority of percentage of provisions of articles we have drawn from the 1935 Act. So the constitution is a living document and it is an instrument of administration. So constitution of India starts with the preamble. What is a preamble? Preamble is nothing but which is start with the preamble. It says that the objectives of the constitution. So when you go through the constitution preamble, it starts with the preamble, that is we the people of India slowly resolve this constitution into sovereign, democratic, republic, and secular. So this is a constitution principles. So we need to write in the example. They will ask the question, short answer, please remember. Preamble. What is the preamble? Preamble is the first page and forward page of Indian constitution. It explains the objectives of Indian constitution makers. So the preamble starts with the sentence, we the people of India. Please remember that. So constitution says that we the people of India resolve this. అంటే ఇది ఏం చెప్తుందంటే ప్రవేశికలో భారత రాజ్యాంగాన్ని మాకు మేము రాసుకున్నాం అని చెప్తున్నది. సో ఇట్స్ స్టార్టింగ్ విత్ ద ప్రియాంబుల్, వి ద పీపుల్ ఆఫ్ ఇండియా అంటే భారత ప్రజలను మేము రాజ్యాంగాన్ని మాకు మేము రాసుకున్నాం అని చెప్తుంది తప్ప ఏ ప్రెసిడెంట్ రాస్తుంటానో ప్రైమ్ మినిస్టర్ రాస్తుంటానో చెప్పట్లేదు. సో వీ నీడ్ టు రిమెంబర్ దాట్. సో వి ద పీపుల్ ఆఫ్ ఇండియా స్లోలీ రిజాల్వ్ దిస్ కాన్స్టిట్యూషన్, and into India as a sovereign, secular, socialist, democratic, and republic. Please remember these points. Socialist, first sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic, and republic state. So it's a sovereign, independent, socialist, no religion, secular, no socialist, sovereign, and secular state, no religion state, democratic, voting by the people, republic, by the people framing. So these are the elements, and it has that also other elements: justice, liberty, equality, fraternity. So justice in socio-economic, political justice, liberty in expression, faith, and worship, equality in status and opportunity, fraternity, dignity of individuals. So the all will come under the preamble. షార్ట్ ఆన్సర్ లో మనం ఇదే అడుగుతాడండి, ప్రియాంబుల్ అని షార్ట్ ఆన్సర్ లో అడుగుతాడు, అప్పుడు రాయాలి ఇదంతా ఎలిమెంట్స్. ప్రియాంబుల్ అన్నప్పుడు ఏం రాయాలి? సో ప్రియాంబుల్ is the first and forward page of Indian Constitution. It's begun with it explains about the objectives of Constitution. It's begun with the sentence, we the people of India slowly resolve this Constitution into sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic, republic state. ఇంకేమి చెప్పాలి? జస్టిస్, లిబర్టీ, ఈక్వాలిటీ అని కూడా చెప్పాలి. దిస్ ఇస్ అబౌట్ ది ఇంట్రడక్షన్ టు ద కాన్స్టిట్యూషన్. ద మెయిన్ ప్రొవిజన్స్ ఆర్ సైలెంట్ ఫీచర్స్ ఆఫ్ ఇండియన్ కాన్స్టిట్యూషన్. Indian Constitution have the silent features. That's the first one is it is a written constitution. Dear friends, as we discussed previously, Indian Constitution is a written constitution. It's not unwritten constitution. Constitution is written constitution. Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar is the father of Indian Constitution. Drafting committee chairman or Babu Rajendra Prasad. Other people have focused on Alladi Krishna Swami Iyengar, K.M. Munshi. Other people initiated to write the constitution, dear friends. So with their intellectual inputs, we have the present constitution. So the constitution is a written constitution. During the 1950, constitution consists of 395 articles. In original constitution, remember that. Competitive examination, itlanti question adutadu. Indian Constitution, written constitution or unwritten constitution? Indian Constitution, written constitution. At the time of 1950, January 26, the constitution consists of antadu. Appudu elements cheptadu. Emani cheptadante consist of 395 articles, 22 parts, 18 schedules. This is correct answer. At present, we have 444 articles, 22 parts, 12 schedules, and we have 100 times Constitution has amended, dear friends. So this is a written constitution. Second one is rigid and flexible constitution. Indian Constitution rigid. Rigid means which cannot be changed with the easy procedure. That is the rigid constitution. Flexible constitution, which procedures can be changed with the easily changed. That is called flexible constitution. So American Constitution is rigid constitution. American Constitution is a rigid constitution. It cannot be changed. But whereas the Britain Constitution is a flexible constitution, easily we can change. But Indian Constitution is a mix of it. So by the 2/3 majority of parliament members, we can change the constitution. That is the first method. Second method, the ratification of the state legislative bodies, not less than half of the states before the parliament we need to accept by the states. Means in the rigid constitution and flexible constitution, the constitution procedures can be changed by the parliament, but only with the 2/3 majority. First principle. Second one, Along with that, some other procedures can need to accept by the 50, half of the state need to accept. So out of the 29 states, half of the states need to accept for the changing the constitution. Otherwise, it cannot be changed. That is the process will be there. So this can be presented by the president with his signature, with his assent, that is called. So this is a rigid and flexible processor. Another one, democratic republic. So Indian is a democratic state, sovereign, rests with the people. So India is a people power, so people-centered power. Indian government become the member in the Commonwealth nations also. So India is a democratic state. By the people, adult franchise, people representatives can be elected, chief minister, prime minister, member of parliament members, whether it's Lok Sabha or Raj Sabha, legislative assembly members, member of legislative board assembly members, members of legislative council are elected by the people. So in the democratic republic state, they are elected by this one. So another element in the silent features of Indian constitution, fourth element, that is the fundamental rights. What do you mean by fundamental rights? Fundamental rights is nothing but the basic rights of Indian citizens, which can be enjoyed by the citizens, which are conferred by the Constitution of India. These are called fundamental rights. Basic rights, right to life, right to protection, right to education. These are the fundamental rights. Of course, right to education, primary education become the fundamental right. So that's why I have mentioned that fundamental right, a right to education is a fundamental right. So fundamental rights, part 3 of Indian Constitution, Article 12 to 31 clearly explain the fundamental rights. Dear friends, fundamental rights, 6 fundamental rights. These are the right to equality. మనల్ని ఎగ్జామినేషన్ ఆడుతారండి, ఫండమెంటల్ రైట్స్ అని క్వశ్చన్ ఇస్తారు షార్ట్ ఆన్సర్ లో, అప్పుడు రాయాలన్నమాట. ఫండమెంటల్ రైట్స్ ఆర్ మెన్షన్ ద కాన్స్టిట్యూషన్, పార్ట్ 3 ఆఫ్ కాన్స్టిట్యూషన్, ఆర్టికల్ 12 to 31. These fundamental rights are 6. These are number 1, right to equality, article 14 to 18, right to equality, article 18 to 19 to 20, right to against exploitation, 20 to 21, right to freedom of religion, 23 to 24, and cultural remedies. These are the fundamental rights, and constitutional remedies also, protection of constitution also. These are the 6 fundamental rights which we have presently. Along with the fundamental rights, we have the direct principle of state policy also will be there. What do you mean by direct principle of state policy? When the state framing laws during that time, welfare measures, during the preparing the welfare measures, state need to consider few principles. These are comes under the direct principle of state policy. So equal payment for equal work to the men and women, this is a direct principle of state policy. Education, primary education, this is a direct principle of state policy. Right to work, so government will need to provide the minimum work to the citizens. This is also fundamental direct principle of state policy. So this is called DPSP. Article 36 to Article 51 clearly explains about the direct principle of state policy. Another procedure, fundamental duties. Fundamental duties is nothing but the citizens need to perform the basic duties. These are called fundamental duties. Part 4 of Constitution subclass A, Article 51 subclass A clearly explain the fundamental duties. There are 11 fundamental duties. So దీని మీద మన ఎగ్జామినేషన్ లో షార్ట్ ఆన్సర్ అదర్ గుర్తుంచుకొని మళ్ళీ చెప్తున్నా, షార్ట్ ఆన్సర్ లో అడిగే క్వశ్చన్స్ ఇవి మిమ్మల్ని ఎగ్జామినేషన్ లో. So in the examination point of view, they will ask the short answer questions of these points. Fundamental duties question answer. Fundamental duties are inception are mentioned in the Constitution. Part 4 subclass A of Constitution, 51 subclass A of article clearly specify the fundamental duties. These are recommended by the Swaran Singh Committee 1976. Please note it. Swaran Singh Committee recommended 1976. Means before 1976 there is no fundamental duties to the citizens. అయ్యా ఈ పనులు చేయాలి మీరు భారతీయ పౌరులని చెప్పింది అనమాట భారత రాజ్యాంగం. వీటిని ఫండమెంటల్ డ్యూటీస్ అంటారు. ఓకే, దీస్ ఫండమెంటల్ డ్యూటీస్, అబైడ్ ద కాన్స్టిట్యూషన్, రెస్పెక్ట్ ద నేషనల్ ఫ్లాగ్ అండ్ నేషనల్ యాంథెమ్, దట్స్ ద ఫస్ట్ వన్. చెరిష్ ద నోబెల్ ఐడియాస్ ఆఫ్ ఫ్రీడమ్ ఫైటర్స్. కదా, భారతదేశంలో స్వతంత్రం వచ్చినప్పుడు ఏం ఐడియాస్ ఉన్నాయో ఆ ఫ్రీడమ్ ఫైటర్స్ ఏం చెప్పారో వాటిని ఫాలో అవ్వాలని చెప్తాను. సెకండ్ ప్రిన్సిపల్. ఫస్ట్ ప్రిన్సిపల్ ఏం చెప్తుంది? అబైడ్ ద కాన్స్టిట్యూషన్, రెస్పెక్ట్ ద కాన్స్టిట్యూషన్, రెస్పెక్ట్ ద నేషనల్ ఫ్లాగ్, నేషనల్ యాంథెమ్. సో నేషనల్ ఫ్లాగ్ కోడ్ ఉంటుంది. సో దిస్ ద ఫస్ట్ ప్రిన్సిపల్. చెరిష్ ద నోబెల్ ఐడియాస్ ఆఫ్ ఫ్రీడమ్ ఫైటర్స్. భారతదేశంలో స్వతంత్రం పోరాటప్పుడు వాళ్ళు ఇట్లా ఉండాలి దేశం అనుకున్నారు. ఏముండాలి దేశం అనుకున్నారు? లౌకికంగా ఉండాలి, అందరూ సమానంగా ఉండాలనుకున్నది. సో దట్స్ ద చెరిస్ ద నోబెల్ ఐడియాస్ ఆఫ్ ఫ్రీడమ్ ఫైటర్స్. నెక్స్ట్ వన్, టు అప్హోల్డ్ అండ్ ప్రొటెక్ట్ ద సావర్నిటీ, యూనిటీ ఇండియా and country render the national services. People need to give the services to promote the heritage and culture. మన దేశంలో చాలా గొప్ప కల్చర్ ఉంది, దాన్ని ఫాలో అని చెప్తుంది. ప్రొటెక్ట్ అండ్ ఇంప్రూవ్ ద నేచురల్ ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్. సో నేచురల్ ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్ కొంచెం ఏం చేస్తుంది? ఫారెస్ట్ ని, లేక్స్ ని, రివర్స్ ని, వైల్డ్ లైఫ్ ని అన్నింటిని ప్రొటెక్ట్ చేయాలని చెప్తుంది. డెవలప్ ద సైంటిఫిక్ టెంపర్, అందుకే సైన్స్ ను ఫాలో అవ్వమని చెప్తుంది. సేఫ్ గార్డ్ ద పబ్లిక్ ప్రాపర్టీ, అందుకే గవర్నమెంట్ ప్రాపర్టీ ప్రొటెక్ట్ చేయమంటుంది. మనలో ఏం చేస్తారు లీడర్లు? ఏ గొడవైనా పబ్లిక్ ప్రాపర్టీ తలగబెడతారు, వాళ్ళ ప్రాపర్టీని తలగబెట్టుకోరు. వాళ్ళ ప్రాపర్టీ ఫస్ట్ తలగబెట్టి పబ్లిక్ ప్రాపర్టీ తర్వాత తలగబెట్టాలి, దేశానికి ఏం నష్టం లేదు తర్వాత. అందుకే వాళ్ళు ఏం చేస్తారు? ఇఫ్ హ్యావ్ టేకెన్ ఎనీ యాజిటేషన్, ఫస్ట్ దే విల్ డ్యామేజ్ ద పబ్లిక్ ప్రాపర్టీ. డ్యామేజింగ్ పబ్లిక్ ప్రాపర్టీ ఇస్ రాంగ్. దిస్ ఇస్ ద ఫండమెంటల్ డ్యూటీ ఆఫ్ ఎవ్రీ సిటిజన్ ఆఫ్ ఇండియా. అందుకే లీడర్లు ఏం గుర్తుంచుకోవాలి? పబ్లిక్ ప్రాపర్టీ తగబెట్టేటప్పుడు వాళ్ళకి కొంచెం మనసులో ఏం రావాలి? ప్రొటెక్ట్ ద పబ్లిక్ ప్రాపర్టీ అనే ఎలిమెంట్ గుర్తుకురావాలి. స్ట్రైవ్ టువర్డ్స్ ది ఎక్సలెన్స్ ఇన్ ఆల్ స్పేర్స్ ఆఫ్ ఇండివిజువల్. సో అందుకే ఎక్సలెన్స్ అనేది ఉండాలి, కలెక్టివ్ యాక్టివిటీ అని ఉండాలి. దిస్ ఆల్స్ కమ్ అండర్ ది ఫండమెంటల్ డ్యూటీస్ డియర్ ఫ్రెండ్స్. నెక్స్ట్ ఎలిమెంట్, సెక్యులర్ స్టేట్. What is secular state? Secular, the word secular is added in the Indian Constitution in 1976 with the 42 CAA, Constitutional Amendment Act. Secular word, socialist and secular word, both the words are added in the Constitution in 1976 in the 742 Constitutional Amendment Act. Secular means officially state have no official religion. That is called secular state. India is a secular state, not a theocratic state. India is a secular state. And another thing is that Pakistan. Okay. So Pakistan is not a secular state, it's a theocratic state. So here, this is a secular state. Parliamentary form of government. In the parliamentary form of government, we have the two houses. One is lower house, one is upper house. Lower house is the lower house, Lok Sabha. Upper house is Rajya Sabha. So this is called Rajya Sabha, House of Representatives, Lok Sabha, House of Peoples, respectively. Lok Sabha is consists of 540 members. Rajya Sabha consists of 250 members. Please remember that. So this is a parliamentary form of government in Indian administration. Another one, dear friends, quasi-federal, quasi-unitary features. Article 1 of Indian Constitution clearly defines that India is a union of states. అంటే భారతదేశంలో అన్ని రాష్ట్రాలు కలిసి ఉండాల్సిందే. This is not like United States of America. It's a union of states. Means all the states must and should be members. They don't have the power to disintegrate from the Indian Union. నేను దేశం నుంచి బయటకు వస్తానే పవర్ ఏ రాష్ట్రానికి లేదనమాట. So that's why Article 1 clearly defines that. So we have the federal, quasi-federal elements, quasi-unitary elements. Quasi-federal. Federal means which can be practiced between India and states. Central government and state government, the principles are same. So written constitution is a federal feature. Supremacy of the constitution, federal feature. Rigidity of the constitution is a federal principle. And two governments, this is a central government and state government, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, MLA and MLCs, these are the two governments. Division of powers. Powers are distributed between the legislative body, executive and judiciary. Bicameralism also there. That is a Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, MLA and MLCs. This comes under. So independent judiciary. This all comes under the quasi-federal features. Examination ఇవే పాయింట్స్ అడతారండి. షార్ట్ ఆన్సర్ లో మళ్ళీ గుర్తుంచుకోండి. Write a note on quasi-federal and quasi-unitary features of Indian Constitution అంటాడు. అప్పుడు మీరు హెడ్డింగ్ పెట్టి రాయాలి. ఫెడరల్ ఫీచర్స్ ఏంటి? క్వాజీ-ఫెడరల్ ఫీచర్స్ లో written constitution, supremacy of the constitution, rigidity of constitution, two governments, division of powers, and bicameralism, independent judiciary. This all comes under the quasi-federal features. Unitary features. Unitary features అంటే యూనిటరీ అంటే దేశం మొత్తానికి వచ్చే ప్రిన్సిపల్స్ ఏంటి అంటే యూనిటరీ ఫీచర్స్ అనమాట. సో యూనిటరీ ఫీచర్స్ ఇస్ నథింగ్ బట్ సింగిల్ కాన్స్టిట్యూషన్, వి హావ్ ద వన్ కాన్స్టిట్యూషన్. సింగిల్ సిటిజన్షిప్, వి హావ్ ద వన్ సిటిజన్షిప్. ఇండియాలో అందరికీ కూడా సిటిజన్షిప్ ఉన్నది, రెండు ఉన్నాయా? లేవు. So this comes under the single citizenship. Integrated judiciary. Judiciary is an integrated judiciary. In spite of we have Supreme Court and High Court, but the Constitution principles, Supreme Court principles are same. And flexible constitution, strong center. So we have the central government, strong central government, appointment of governors by the central government, all India services, declaration of emergency. These are the features of unitary government. So these are the comes under the unitary features of the government of India or the constitution. Please remember, single citizenship. Single citizenship is nothing but citizens of India have the one citizenship. This is for the promote the integrity, unity in India. That's why we have the single citizenship. So Indian single citizenship, like unlike the American Constitution, American government, like United States of America, they have the dual citizenship. So they have the American citizenship and California state citizenship. Out of the 51, 52 states, they have the citizenship of two ID cards. Whereas in India, Indian citizen have the only one identity, that is a citizen of India. That is a single citizenship. Of course, Citizenship Amendment Act recently government of India initiated. So because of migration from the Burma, Myanmar, other states, government of India made the Citizenship Amendment Act. So that is also there. Another one, independent judiciary. Independent judiciary. Judiciary is the Supreme Court is the apex body. Supreme Court is the apex body, which consists of Chief Justice and 30 to 31 judges of judges. So this is a independent judiciary. This is also element of this one. Next, another element, constitutional bodies. Please remember, again repeats you, write a note on silent features of Indian Constitution. So for that question, we need to write written Constitution, resident flexible features, democratic republic state, fundamental rights, direct principle of state policy, fundamental duties, secular state, parliamentary government, quasi-federal and quasi-federal and quasi-unitary government features, single citizenship, independent judiciary. Next topic, that is comes under the constitutional bodies. What is constitutional bodies? Constitutional bodies is nothing but which body's composition, the constitutional bodies also will be there. Election Commission is a constitutional body. So Election Commission will conduct the elections without any kind of bias to protect the democratic system. So this was established in 1950, January 25th. So we are conducting National Voters Day on January 25th with the establishment of Election Commission. So Election Commission consists of Chief Election Commissioner and two other election commissioners. Along with that, additional commissions also will be there. So this is a constitutional body. Election Commission is a constitutional body. And Union Public Service Commission, 15 part of Indian Constitution, Article 315 to 323 explains about the Union Public Service Commission. Union Public Service Commission is established during the British government, actually with the recommendations of Lee Commission, that is also called as a Royal Commission for the Superior Civil Services in India, 1924. It has recommended for the Public Service Commission. But dear friends, Sir Ross Barker is the first chairman in 1926 of the first Public Service Commission. The Public Service Commission named as a Federal Public Service Commission in 1935. After independence, the Federal Public Service Commission changed name as a UPSC, Union Public Service Commission. So the UPSC came into force in January 26, 1950 with the constitutional status. So another one is Finance Commission. Finance Commission works under the Constitution. Article 280 of Constitution explains about the particularly the Finance Commission for the distribution of funds between central government and state governments. For the purpose of central and state finance relations, we have the Finance Commission. So the Finance Commission, 15th Finance Commission, 16th Finance Commission recommend the government of India to provide the funds to the respective states. So this is comes under the constitutional body, the Finance Commission. So Article 280 explains about the Finance Commission. Another one, Comptroller and Auditor General. So this is called watchdog of finance system. In Indian Constitution, Article 148 to 151 clearly explains about the COG. COG means Comptroller and Auditor General of India. So it is responsible for the auditing the receipts and expenditure of the central government and state governments and public corporations also, which are funded by the government of India and respective state governments. So this all comes under the purview of control of the C and AG. I mean COG. This is also constitutional body, dear friends. Another one, local government system. Local government system is nothing but which was taken initiation by the Lord Ripon 1882 with the enactment of local government system. In 16th century, Madras, Bombay, Bengal province are separate municipalities and municipal corporations. With the Lord Mayo, Lord Ripon, the local government system was introduced. But after independence, the local government system was constitutionalized. So it has recognized as the constitutional body. 1992, 73, 74 Constitutional Amendment Acts recognize that local government system is a constitutional bodies. So the present local bodies we have, local government elections we have, so it's going to come under the constitutional bodies of local government system. This is a constitutional body. Another one, different commissions, OBC commission, SC commission, ST commission. These commissions are established. So SC/ST commission to protect the SC/STs from the atrocities. 1978 we have Bola Pashwan Shastri. This is recommended for the SC/ST commission. So this commission renamed as a National Commission for Scheduled Caste, National Commission for Scheduled Tribes in 1998 and 2003 separated SC commission and SC commission. ST commission is separated to protect the scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, people's rights. So this comes under the commissions for the SC and STs. To protection of OBC rights. To identify the subcaste comes under the OBC. Other backward classes. Government of India is also constituted that committee under the Supreme Court directions in 1992 with the writ petition. So the 1992-90 Indira Sahani versus others versus Union Government of India reported that 1992 Government of India constituted that OBC commission. For example, if any community comes under OBC, this has to recognize by the OBC commission. So OBC commission Justice Ishwaraya. So recently he wrote an article, the OBCs, if they're unite, then they can form the government in the central governments. So this is saying about the OBC commission, OBC caste, which comes under that. If any caste is developed, then that caste can be deleted from the OBC reservation. This also comes under the commission for OBC. So inclusion or removal of any community or any caste comes under the, thank you. Comes under the OBC commission. This is also constitutional commissions, dear friends. So at a glance, I will repeat again. Please remember, in the examination point of view, they will ask the question. First one, write a note on Indian Constitution or silent features of Indian Constitution. Then you need to write all the 11 elements. Remember that. ఇవన్నీ పాయింట్లు గుర్తుంచుకోవాలి. గట్లయితే మార్కులు వస్తలేదు రావండి. ఈ మెయిన్ సినాప్సిస్ మీద గుర్తుంచుకొని ఇవన్నీ రాయడానికి ప్రయత్నం చేయండి. ఓకేనా? ఫస్ట్ ఎలిమెంట్ ఏంటిది? రిటన్ కాన్స్టిట్యూషన్, రిజిడ్ అండ్ ఫ్లెక్సిబుల్ కాన్స్టిట్యూషన్, డెమోక్రటిక్ రిపబ్లిక్ స్టేట్, ఫండమెంటల్ రైట్స్, డైరెక్ట్ ప్రిన్సిపల్ ఆఫ్ స్టేట్ పాలసీ, ఫండమెంటల్ డ్యూటీస్. ఇక ఫండమెంటల్ డ్యూటీస్ లో మళ్ళీ షార్ట్ ఆన్సర్ అడుగుతాడు. రైట్ ఏ నోట్ ఆన్ ఫండమెంటల్ డ్యూటీస్ అన్నప్పుడు పార్ట్ 4A ఉంది, 51A ఉంది, 11 ఫండమెంటల్ డ్యూటీస్ రాయాల్సి వస్తుంది. నెక్స్ట్ సెక్యులర్ స్టేట్, పార్లమెంటరీ గవర్నమెంట్, క్వాజీ జ్యుడిషియల్ అండ్ క్వాజీ ఫెడరల్. Quasi means of. Very good, Namrata. Quasi means only of, not complete. Partially federal, partially unitary. Means not complete, not unite, not complete federal. Quasi unitary means only partially unitary. Means only few processes are centralized. That is a quasi federal. Quasi unitary, sorry. Quasi federal means only few elements and if only partially it is federal. Federal means separated. So this is a quasi-federal and quasi. Quasi means not complete, only partially, not completely. So that's why Indian Constitution have the quasi-federal principles, quasi-unitary principles. Not 100% unitary, not 100% federal principles. I think this is very clear, Namrata. And single citizenship. Your short answer is single citizenship. Next, independent judiciary. This comes under. Next element, the constitutional bodies. How many constitutional bodies, ma? 5 constitutional bodies. Election Commission, UPSC, Finance Commission, C&AG, local government. No. Federal means, yes, federal means separated. Which actually the federal word is derived from foedus. Foedus refers, foedus is a Greek word, ma. Foedus means agreement between central government and state government is called federation or foedus or federal. Means in India, central government and state government both have the agreement to share the division of powers. So that's why we have the federal system. So the subjects or the issues or the subjects are divided between central government and state government. So that is a federal. So when you have the doubts, immediately post in the group. I can answer that. So easily you can understand. After completion of class also, you can send the message. I will answer to you. Nothing to be worried about that. Okay. So that is about the federal system. And in the constitutional bodies, we have the, along with the, okay, so I will post my number in that group. So here, other bodies also we have, constitutional bodies also we have. These are the SC/ST Commission and OBC Commission, other commissions also there. So please remember this, these are the constitutional bodies. So examination point of view, they will ask the questions about this one also. This commission for SC/ST and OBC commissions also comes under the constitutional bodies. Remember, SC/ST Commission is a constitutional body. So they will ask the question about these elements. So quick revision of this one. First one, what questions from this topic, especially constitutional framework in Indian administration. The first question, write a note on silent features of Indian Constitution. Write the level elements. In the slides, you can find out written constitution, rigidly flexible, democratic republic, fundamental rights, DPSP, that is a direct minister of state policy, FD, fundamental duties, secular state, parliament system of government, quasi-federal and quasi-federal unitary system, and single citizenship, independent judiciary. Okay, that's very clear to all of you, I think. Constitutional bodies or 6 constitutional bodies you need to write. Election Commission, UPSC, Finance Commission, Comptroller and Auditor General, local government, and Commission for the SC, ST, OBCs. I think this is very clear to all of you. In the next session, we are going to try to know about the legislative body, executive body, judiciary body, and a particular special reference with the President of India, Prime Minister, Council of Ministers. Yeah, Comptroller and Auditor General. Controller, actually Comptroller, not controller. Comptroller and Auditor General is nothing but it is a constitutional body under Constitution, under 148 of Indian Constitution. This body is constituted in India. It is a watchdog of final system. Controller Auditor General, what he will do? If government of India give the money or budget to the different respect to governments, respect to central government and state governments, so it will see that whether that money is used properly or not, according to process or not. If that money is not used according to the rules and regulations, okay, I will send the first class PPT also, nothing to worry about that. If you add it in the group, I will send. Okay, ma. Then the Controller General, it is a watchdog. If money is wasted, if the money is appropriation according to the process or not, if any misses will be there, then C&AG give the report. On the basis of C&AG report, the Parliament will discuss the governments and the respective states also. So it is a watchdog of final system of India. Okay, okay, ma. So this is about the constitutional bodies of the government of India. So please remember, this is about the today's class. Yeah, okay, ma. If you have any doubts, immediately you can post in the group while class is going on. No problem. I can answer to your questions also. Please remember. So fundamental rights మీద కూడా మనల్ని క్వశ్చన్ అడతాడమ్మా. షార్ట్ ఆన్సర్ లో గుర్తుంచుకోండి. ఫండమెంటల్ డ్యూటీస్ పెడతాడు, సింగిల్ సిటిజన్షిప్ పెడతాడు, తర్వాత సింగిల్ జ్యుడిషియరీ అంటాడు, యూనిటరీ ఫీచర్స్ అంటారు, ఫెడరల్ ఫీచర్స్ అంటారు, రిపబ్లిక్ అండ్ ప్రియాంబుల్ అడుగుతాడు. క్వశ్చన్స్ మళ్ళీ రిపీట్ చేస్తున్నా, ఎందుకంటే నేను ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేసే క్వశ్చన్స్ ప్రియాంబుల్ షార్ట్ ఆన్సర్ ఇప్పుడు చూస్తున్న స్లైడ్ రాయాలి. ఓకేనా? తర్వాత రిటర్న్ కాన్స్టిట్యూషన్ ఆ స్లైడ్ లో ఉన్న ప్రిన్సిపల్స్ రాయాలి. రెసిడెంట్ ఫ్లెక్సిబుల్ ప్రెజర్స్ ఈ స్లైడ్ లో ఉన్న ప్రెజర్స్ రాయండి. ఫండమెంటల్ రైట్స్ ఇక 6 రైట్స్ రాయాలి. ఫండమెంటల్ డ్యూటీస్ ఇక్కడ 6 ఫండమెంటల్ డ్యూటీస్ 11 ఫండమెంటల్ డ్యూటీస్ ఇచ్చిన అవన్నీ రాయాలి ఇక్కడ. ఓకేనా? క్లియర్. సెక్యులర్ స్టేట్ అంటారు, క్వాజీ ఫెడరల్ అండ్ యూనిటరీ ఫీచర్స్ అంటారు, అవన్నీ రాయాల్సి వస్తుంది. ఐ హోప్ దిస్ క్లాస్ ఇస్ వెరీ క్లియర్ టు ఎవ్రీవన్. ఇఫ్ యూ హ్యావ్ ఎనీ డౌట్స్ ఐ వెల్కమ్ యూ ఆల్. Last minutes, 5-minute session for the doubts and clarifications. If you have any doubts and clarifications, you can raise the questions by posting here. I think session is clear. No doubts, I think. Yeah, you send the Asifa your number. Just I will add in the group. Yeah, I think MC questions are there. Not, I know I'm not aware that. But thing is that short type of answers will be there. Yeah, secular state means which state won't have official religion and the state is neutral regarding the secular state. India is a secular state because the Indian government never frame the laws or showing any these thing on the basis of religion. So that's why we can call it as a secular state. So that is a secular state. Okay. So please, Asifa and Rehana, you both of you send your numbers in my number. I will give the number again. Namrata, okay. Namrata, okay. So please, just you send the number in my WhatsApp number. Just I can add your numbers. Okay. I hope everything is clear to Rehana and Namrata and others, Asifa and others also. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. If you have doubt, just you can. Yeah. Please, Priya, you send the number. Just you can send me your number in my WhatsApp group, ma. Okay, na? All of you send that. Just you can join in the group. Then any doubts and clarification will be there in that group. They will clarify it. I will also clarify that. Okay. Ah, okay, ma. Okay. Triveni. Okay, ma. You please send your number to my number. Okay. Okay. So I have sent the number again. I will send the number again to you. Please note this number and send the number. I will add after 2 o'clock. Okay. I have another session. So that's why I'm not able to add number immediately. Okay. Okay. Have a nice day. Okay. Okay. So please prepare the PPT and I will send the PPT also in your WhatsApp group. Nothing to be worried about that. Okay. Right. Right. Okay. Okay, Namrata. Thank you. Thank you. All the best. Go through your material actually. Go through your material because from that only I have taken the PPT and I'm taking explanation all these points. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Asna. Okay, ma'am. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.